Hi students, in this video we are going to explore a wonderful poem Daffodils, which is composed by the great nature poet William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was an English romantic poet who, with the Samuel Taylor Coleridge, helped to launch the Romantic Age in English literature with their joint publication Lyrical Ballads in 1798. Romantic Age or Romanticism was a period when poets started writing about nature and common people. Before this period, most of the poetries were only just based on the political issues. William Wordsworth used to write much later after experiencing something. We can say that most of the poems are the example of emotions recollected in tranquility. Means imagining something, recollecting the memories, and then writing the poems. He has always followed this principle. Daffodils, this poem is also a wonderful poem that he wrote when he was so dull. He was very upset after the death of his brother, when he was very dull. At that time, he started recollecting his memories. He was reminded of those beautiful scenes of daffodils. And just imagining them, his heart fills with joy, with life again. So children, let's explore the poem Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. The poet says that when he was all alone, aimlessly walking, exactly like clouds. Wandered word means aimlessly walking. So he says that he was wandering lonely, all alone. He was aimlessly walking like a cloud. You must have seen clouds. Do they have any particular place to go? No, the same way he was also aimlessly all alone walking. Okay, that floats on high over vales and hills. Vales here means valleys. So he says that exactly as clouds that float on high over valleys and hills, the clouds, they just move over valleys and hills. They keep on moving without any particular place to go, right? They keep on moving. The same way the poet was also moving. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. And when he was all alone, he was just moving and moving, he saw a crowd. What the word crowd here is indicating to? It's indicating to daffodils. A large number of daffodils. He says that when all at once I saw a crowd, all of a sudden he saw a large number of daffodils. A host of golden daffodils, he says, because here a group of golden daffodils. Why? Because they are the golden yellow flowers. So in the sunlight, the poet felt as if the daffodils were made of gold, because they are already of yellow color. Okay, so in the golden sunlight, those yellow daffodils flower, they were looking as if they were made of gold. So he says, a host of golden daffodils, a group of daffodils who was welcoming, who was really welcoming to the poet. He was greatly attracted with the sight. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. The poet says, beside them, where he saw this beautiful scene, of daffodils, he saw them beside the lake. There was a lake beside the large number of daffodils. So he saw this beautiful scene beside the lake beneath the trees, and there were tall trees. So beside the lake, beneath the trees, he saw this large number of beautiful flower daffodils, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. They were really full of life. They were really enjoying. How were they enjoying? Fluttering means very light movement in the air. Okay, so they were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. In the breeze, cold wind, in the cold light breeze, they were dancing. They were making light movements. So here I want to tell you, children, as a cloud is example of a speech simile. Why? Because simile is a speech in which two things are compared using the words like as, like. Okay. Throughout the poem you will see that the daffodils are personified. But here I want to tell you that fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Fluttering and dancing we generally relate with people, with human beings. But here it is being related with flowers, means daffodils. So this will be an example of the figure speech, personification. Here the poet says, the waves beside them danced but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a laughing company. I gazed and gazed, but a little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Yes, he says, the waves beside them danced but they. The waves which are dancing beside the beautiful scene of daffodils. So the daffodils are dancing and enjoying, and the waves of the lake, next to them there is a lake. Okay, so the waves of the lake, they are also dancing. They were also dancing, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. But here he says that the dance of daffodils is more enjoyable, though the waves are sparkling waves in glee. The waves are dancing. They are sparkling means shining in the sunlight. Okay, so when the sunlight falls on those waves, they are shining, they are sparkling. So he says that sparkling waves in glee. The waves are dancing, they are shining, they are sparkling with joy. Glee means joy, with great pleasure. The waves are also enjoying. A poet could not but be gay. He says, a poet, he could not dance with them, but be gay. But he could not resist his heart from being really happy, from feeling the joy. Okay, but be gay. So means the poet's heart could also feel that life, that pleasure, that joy. In such a laughing company, he says that how he could not be happy, because such a laughing company, he is having such a laughing company where the waves are enjoying, where the daffodils are or dancing, they are enjoying, they are moving in the air. Exactly as we humans, we dance with joy and make movements that way. Okay, so in such a laughing company, he could not resist himself with that beauty, with that happiness, with that joy. Okay, so Next line he says, I gazed and gazed, but little thought. He kept on looking them. His eyes got fixed on them. He was greatly attracted with the scenario. So, I gazed and gazed, but little thought. But there was a little thought in his mind. What was the thought? What wealth the show to me had brought. When I was so dull, when I was depressed, it was really what wealth, what a great wealth. What a great thing, okay? What a great wealth the show to me had brought. What a great wealth. This show, which show? The show of this dancing daffodils. This show to me had brought. It had brought to the poet, to his dull mind. Okay, children? Here we can see that the waves beside them danced. Again personification. The waves beside them danced. Personification here. So children, let's explore the next stanza. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils. The poet here says, for oft. Oft is often. Okay? So, often when on my couch I lie, means often when the poet lay on his couch. Couch here is comfortable piece of furniture. You can call it comfortable sofa as well. Okay. Often when he lay on his sofa or comfortable furniture, comfortable chair, in vacant or in pensive mood. In what state he lay? In vacant means he is not thinking. He is empty mind, not thinking of anything. Okay. Or in pensive mood. Or if he is having some sad feeling and he is lying on couch, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. The poet says, they flash. They who? The beautiful daffodils. Okay. They flash upon that inward eye. Inward eye here means when you are just all alone. Okay. And you are in your own imagination, in your own thoughts. Okay, so what happens? He says, they flash upon that inward eye. In that state of mind, when he is sad, when he is not thinking of anything, all of a sudden, in his imagination, in his mind, what comes? They flash upon. The memories of those daffodils. They flash. Which is the bliss of solitude. The poet here says that those beautiful thoughts, those beautiful scenes of daffodils, he finds them the bliss of solitude. The pleasure, the delight of solitude, being alone. Because if you are crowded, okay, if you are crowded, if you are just sitting with friends or you are engaged with some people, you cannot think of such beautiful memories. These kind of beautiful memories can only be recollected when you are all alone. That's why he says, which is the bliss of solitude. Solitude, all alone, loneliness state when you are all alone. And then my heart with pleasure fills. When he is having the thought, the recollected memories of those dancing daffodils, he says, then my heart with pleasure fills. his heart fills with pleasure, with happiness, and dances with the daffodils. So children, the beautiful memories of dancing daffodils filled the poet's heart with joy. The poet's heart started dancing. It's time to find out the rhyme scheme of this poem. This is the last stanza, but the same rhyme scheme has been followed in all three stanzas. Let's find it out. These are the rhyming words. Okay. Lie, I, rhyming words. Mood, solitude, mood, tude. Again, rhyming. Fills, dills, daffodils. Again, rhyming. So let's start giving them name. A, lie, I is also rhyming to this. So, A. But mood is not rhyming to it. So, the next name, B. Tude, same sound. So, same mood, tude, B. Fine. Fills and daffodils are not rhyming to lie, I, no, not even A. And next, mood, tude, not to be. Then what to give name? C. Fills, dills, C. What is the rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B, C, C. This is the rhyme scheme which has been followed in all three stanzas. So children, I hope you all have understood this poem really well and getting the clear message that how important the company of nature is. So please spend quality time with nature. Take care. Thank you.